All
Action.
right. Welcome back, everybody, to another Wednesday stream. Kind of lost a train of thought there. To another one of our D&D streams here at the CBG. Um, Welcome back. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the thick of things. Last we left off, our group had uh,
Oh shit, my
gathered
buttons.
a few quests, or have a list of things to do. One of them, presently, is to escort the um, burgermeister's wife of Kresk into Valaki in search of a wedding dress to bring back to the abbot, um, in to gain a few favors from the abbot himself in the form of maybe a few resurrections. Um, and in doing so, they come in. They come to the town of Valaki, look around a little bit, and spending some time, found out that the tailor there could make one, but not in time to bring it back for what they need it for. And the only way to procure a gown in time was to see if they can secure one from the burgermeister's wife in this town, the Baroness. Um, they go to the mansion in town, find out or have a quick chat with uh, the Baron. Asked him for permission to use the gown. He said a strong no. Baroness comes out, says, "Sure, I'll hand it to you," but still, the Baron is not in a giving mood, as he doesn't really care about Kresk's problems, as he has his own problems to worry about. They seem to kind of bicker a little bit before kind of just ignoring you and wandering back into the mansion. Um, and that's kind of where we left off, among other things that our group was doing around town. But we'll go ahead and pick up from there. Um, what do you guys want to do?
If I
Uh,
remember correctly, wasn't it Leek and Robert that were talking to them, and I was trying to
Yes,
gather
it
all.
was Leek and Robert, along with the burgermeister's wife from Kresk.
Oh, on the trail.
Um,
Robert
on
stayed at
his.
the tailor shop to get repairs made to his
Oh,
clothes
that's correct.
this week.
Yes, Robert is currently getting fit and fitted, um, and it's Leek and Anna at the burgermeister's place.
yeah, so I want to regroup with the party and kind of let them know what's going on. So I just walk into
Okay.
town. I don't know where anybody went. So
Yeah, everyone's kind of scattered. So, is there any place that you're going towards specifically, or is there like, are you going back to where you last remember seeing someone?
I'm just going to start walking through town shouting, "Night bears!" and waiting to hear back if a drink is on.
Okay. Anna's kind of following and just trying not to pay too much attention with you kind of yelling out this name, being slightly embarrassed. Um, but I think the two people that might be close enough to hear, Falco and what was your name again? Zach
Carabar?
Carabar.
Carabar sound fine.
Uh, right. Carabar and Falco. Go ahead and give me perception checks to see if you can hear Leek's screams in the middle of town for the um, night bears to assemble.
Uh, 16.
Not bad. 20. Dirty.
20. Yeah. I'd say both. Karabar, you clearly hear Leek screaming. Falco, you're definitely. You might hear it at a lower tone, but you definitely recognize Leek's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I hear it, I go towards the sound, and Leek and Anna, you see me walking towards you, eating the granola bar that the little boy threw into my alms box. Just munching on it like, oh, what's going on, man?
Hey, so I got a lead on a dress,
Great.
but it's gonna be a little tricky to get.
Tricky how?
Okay, well, I got two leads.
Go on.
The tailor here is gonna take a couple weeks to make one, which is an option, but we shouldn't because I'm gonna point to Anna right behind me.
Right.
So we could go to the town's burgermeister where his wife has one that she's willing to lend us, but he's not. So I don't know, we either need to talk to him, do a favor for him, or maybe just steal it. There are options.
Well, um, did you figure out why he was saying no?
Other than he's just kind of a pissy dude, no.
Okay. Well, I think that we should do our best to try to convince them. And I can't condone stealing. And that's where I'll leave it.
But
That's where I'll leave it.
We stole a lot of wine together.
I we're just gonna make sure it's not poisoned. That's all. We're doing that the winery a favor.
Okay, well, let's say he, under no circumstances, agrees to give us the dress, but Anna here's kid is going to die, or is already dead and can't be resurrected unless we get a dress soon. So, is it worth stealing to save a life?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Let's go find Robert and Falco. See what they think.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Do you know where they are?
I do not. No, I was sort of trying to see if I could scrounge up some alms from the public, but they're pretty tight with their coin purses around here. So I know Falco was wanting to get some components. I think he had to talk to a jeweler if I remember correctly.
yeah, that's where Falco was. I would be heading over, not like rapidly, but
Yeah, like as you guys are like having this talk about like, oh, we'll meet up with Falco. Falco just kind of like shows up at the moment, like speak of the devil.
Oh, speak saloon. It's Falco.
Saloon is always with us.
Any luck finding a dress, Falco?
no, did not find press. I actually have some things I need to take care of in town that will I have commission on a piece that, and he said tomorrow afternoon, right?
He said it'll probably like tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening.
Okay. That I gotta wait until tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening to be finished, but I did not find a dress though.
I got a couple leads.
Oh, nice. That's why you're the leader.
That is a bad decision for our group. Like I was telling Karabar here, the dress shop, they can make one, but it's going to take a couple weeks. Won't be able to resurrect Anna's kid in that time frame, but that will work for us. Or we could try to convince the burgermeister to give us his wife's dress, or we can just steal it from him. I did not have any luck trying to convince him. If anything, I think I made him more angry.
I think collectively we could put forth a persuasive argument.
Yeah, I mean, and I could just take it, if he's not strong enough to keep it.
I'm saying, right? You turn into a mouse or something, get in there super quick and easy, turn into a giant eagle, fly off with the dress, we done.
I can't fly. I could turn into a monkey, climb up in like through a chimney or something.
Okay. But you could turn into any animal.
Not
and fly exploding prescription.
Oh, but I was in character.
He knows. Leak doesn't.
You guys got to remember this whole turning into animals thing is something that I would figured out here. So like this is me trying to get it going. Like I'm on a good path, but not any animal.
Can you
Can
turn
you turn
into a
into me?
whale? Whoa, yeah.
D- DM questions. Is that a thing? Can you turn? Is a wild shape? Can you turn into? No, because they're humanoids, right? Because you'd only turn into beasts.
Yeah, like if you're saying like turning into like a person because they're technically an animal. No, it's like as you can only turn into a beast that is categorized as a beast in the monster manual or other things.
Can you
Yeah,
turn into a whale?
I could actually. I was thinking about it last night. I've been really pondering, and yeah, I could turn into a whale if I wanted to. There's no water really to be in though, so.
That's a good trump card to have in the back pocket if we're in a small room. Just be a whale and
That is.
Yeah,
That's
it hurt
what I
me.
was
Oh,
thinking.
that could work very well in your favor or really poorly.
I get concussive blasts from every direction at the same time.
do you know where the bear is?
I haven't figured it out honestly. Uh, a Batman pig Batman.
Leak, give me a intelligence roll.
Uh-oh.
Did you call me stupid? I'm
Yes.
average.
Left me at the tailor shop. You
Oh.
went with me.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you completely forgot where you left Robert.
I forgot. Yeah, I was at the shop with her. I have no idea where the bear is. Be anywhere in town.
Hmm.
I mean, I could probably try to sniff her out. Sniff him out. Sorry, I know I know their scent, so I could shouldn't take too far if we do it that way. So,
Sounds like a good idea.
and I'll turn into a shabby dog.
Okay, so so you see Falco turn into just a dog,
Mm-hmm.
and go ahead and give me a perception check with. I'm assuming you get it with advantage because you have high senses.
Yeah. All
Heightened or whatever.
See Falco's nose hit the ground and just start sniffing.
17.
17. Yeah. You pick up the familiar metallic scent with the lavender oils of Kazan,
Oh yeah.
and you basically follow your nose.
Mm-hmm. I mentally say, I got a scent. Follow me.
Oh great.
And and not too long. It's Valaki's. Even though it's probably one of the larger towns here in Barovia, it's not too. So it doesn't take you very long for you guys to find the tailor shop. By this time, actually, because it's probably been a couple hours, Robert, the final touches have just been being done on your suits. Your clothing is nice and clean. Cuts have been sewn. It's your clothes actually fit a little bit better to your form, and you're just kind of looking at yourself in the mirror, kind of like, yeah, this is nice.
Feeling myself. Everything.
But just such. Didn't know you had a form.
God damn it.
I'll kind of give Leak a look like, didn't you just say you came from here?
All right, look, I'm not the brightest bulb in the shed.
Peter conversation. Walk into the shop.
But anyways, as the tailoring is complete, the head tailor there She kind of like goes, like, well, I assume that you're happy with our work.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at how good I look.
Okay, okay. So with the the fittings and the sewings, we're pricing this at like 25 gold pieces.
Well worth it. Well worth it. And
All right.
yeah, okay, I'll have it. Yeah, I have
Cool.
it.
So yeah, so you pay for your services, and you have a brand new looking Robert join the party.
Oh, nice suit, Robert.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know.
Did you get any moons embroidered on it? You should have got some moons embroidered on it.
Do you want to pay for the moon embroidery?
I'm a little strapped for cash. You want some of my granola bar?
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay, yeah, I give her half a quarter of the granola bar.
Didn't you just get your alms? You were out there making some money.
Uh, this is what I got. A granola bar.
Like, this is my alms.
But hey, I'm not hungry, and that's what matters. Saloon provides. So shall we go try to convince this lady? I know you guys didn't want me to be the voice, so if one of you guys wants to try their luck better than Leek to convince this fellow?
Yeah, he already doesn't like me. So, Falco?
He might like dogs. I say in your head,
That's a fair point.
and magical dog. People lose their shit over that.
Ooh, you could like talk to him in his head like you are with us and just be like, I'll grant you a wish. I'm a
Mm,
man.
Hmm.
I
Just
like.
need a brown dress.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna. Do I know where this guy is, or Lee could maybe lead me there or something?
Leek can show you the path to the burgermeister's place.
Oh, we're all
All right.
going, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just making sure. Whenever you're about to do the conversation, I'll sort of say a little prayer and give you guidance.
Oh, thank you.
Saloon guide you. And I'll scratch him behind his ears instinctually.
I nip at your hand.
Oh, jeez, I forgot. Sorry.
All right.
Just-
So you guys go ahead and start making your way towards the burgermeister's place, and as you go, you take the time to kind of look around the actual town of the village. A lot of you have been kind of like predisposed to your things, and you haven't really taken time to actually look around your surroundings. And you do see that this village is in a busy mood. You do see a lot of people walking around carrying goods. You see, like, as you get closer to the burgermeister's mansion, which is located closer to like the town square, if you would want to call it, you do see that um, things are being set up for what you could only imagine is maybe some sort of festival. And as you get closer to the burgermeister's place, you see that near the mansion, you see this giant wicker ball of sorts is being constructed. Um, it faintly look reminiscent of like a sun of some sorts.
Or a moon.
No,
Oh.
definitely does not look like a moon. You can tell like it does have certain like design elements, like you can see like certain rays and stuff like that that are like being made out of twigs and stuff like that, that kind of look like the flames coming off of this giant orb.
Some Vander bullshit in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Is the Burgermeister around?
But
We see him or no?
As you approach the manor, you don't see them outside or anything else like that, but you do see people like kind of going in and out um, of the manor itself.
I guess we can just walk in.
So yeah, I think I'll just very much like a dog who like belongs, kind of like walk in very like very upbeat, happy, the dog that wants to play with everyone but also knows how to shut up when it's time.
Okay. So as you guys kind of like as a group effort come up to the doors, you do see that it is there's two guards that are posted by the doors. They see you coming, especially like with the dog, and they halt you at the door. Like, halt. It's like there's no animals allowed in this residence.
He's
I
a very well trained dog. I think it'll be fine.
There are no animals allowed in the residence.
Like,
I
bad period?
Say it again. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I do a backflip.
Just kind of like stares.
Hmm?
It's a well-trained dog, but no animals inside the residence.
I was sent by Lysander to speak to your master. I say in his head.
Oh, shit.
He's a special dog.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay, let's see what happens. All right.
You should
And
still have guidance.
I'm gonna need it. All right.
It's like the opposite of the donkey scene in Shrek.
What was it?
9.
9. He hears the voice and whatnot, and he kind of gets the he doesn't know exactly where it's coming from, so he kind of like brandishes his spear and is like, I don't know what kind of illusions you're trying to pull here, but none of that magic trickery.
It's the dog.
It's a very special dog.
Yeah, ask it a question.
Get it out of here.
Karabar wants to step forward. He goes, "Oh no, just real quick. What is this festival? What's going on? What's the big wicker ball? What are you guys celebrating?"
It's the festival that the Baron is setting up.
Does the festival have a name?
It does. Give me a second to look it up.
His eyes roll into the back of his head. One sec.
Oh yeah,
Processing.
there's like fucking dogs on up as a rule. That's a lot.
Right? Do we like have Jonathan walk around a corner, turn back into Falco, and just come back? Hey,
I was thinking that. I was also thinking about flying, but then I was like, yeah, that might be a little a little much.
our dog can fly. Look at it.
It's you kind of like when you ask him like what's the festival, and you kind of see him like roll his eyes a little bit, as not in like kind of like contrast to like you guys are asking about it, but just because I guess is something about it that's kind of annoying him. So well, it's called the Festival of the Blazing Sun.
Sounds cool.
Yes, yeah.
Do you burn the wicker ball?
That seems to be the main event. Yes, it's supposed to bring luck and dispel evil presence and keep Strahd at bay. Or at least that's what the Baron tells us.
Has it ever worked?
We're still here, aren't we?
Fair. Okay. Good point.
It's quite an optimistic outlook. I respect it.
And you train. I keep Strahd at bay. I say into his head.
Wait, what do you say?
You deny my entrance as an avatar of your god, as I try to keep Strahd at bay.
Like I said, if you don't stop with this magic stuff, I'm going to have to kick you out of the town.
All right.
Not us. It's the dog.
I don't know if this is working, guys. We might want to go
Yeah.
with Plan B.
You fool. And I turn around and walk very, very dejectedly, like upset, like literally puppy dog eyes.
Okay, look, the dog's gone. Of its own volition, by the way. It understood you. How can we come in?
And he kind of like because you guys have kind of like offered like this really like persistence and stuff like that. He gives you like this narrow look and says, "What business do you have?"
Talk to the Baron.
About?
About his wife's dress? I don't know if I should be that straightforward.
It takes a second and looks at you. Hold on. And so he one of the guards, basically the guard that was you were talking to, goes inside the manor and is gone for a few minutes. And there's one other guard that's out there just keeping an eye on you.
Stop.
Nice day, huh?
Okay,
They paying you well?
sneak in when I walked away. I rolled a nat 20.
What were you doing?
Trying to sneak in through like, another way or while they're distracted or whatever the case may be. And I rolled a nat 20.
Well, as far as the main entrance, that like there's one entrance that you see, or that there, unless you want to take like time to like run around the building and see if there is another entrance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a dog. I got good speed.
Okay. You take the time to kind of, circle the building and stuff like that. You do notice that there's a number of windows on the ground floor. And there is a back door, but it is closed.
I look at my plug.
But yeah, so like the only real like door that's kind of like open that you would probably be able to sneak in your current form would be the front door. But that's kind of like under watch at the moment.
Fair. Okay, yeah, I'm going to just kind of once I'm hidden away, I'm going to just drop my wild shape and walk up, like nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to walk.
The guard comes back and well, I couldn't find the Baron right away, but I found the Baroness, and apparently she remembers you a lot. So follow me.
Thank you.
And so he kind of escorts you into the place. And so the first thing that you see is the entrance hall. And from the entrance hall, you see framed portraits adorn the walls of this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with sculpted railing, a long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. And you see a bunch of bundles of twigs that are heaped against the walls.
Okay.
From there, he
Like decoration twigs, or I'm gonna set this house on fire twigs.
no, they're like bundles of twigs and stuff like that are kind of like wrapped up, but they're not like placed in a way that signifies that they're gonna burn the house down. But you
Okay.
do like you're kind of like coming in at the same time as you see like one of the local residents like take a heap of bundles of twigs, throw it on their shoulder, and walk out.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
So it's kind of like a gathering point that they're just taking resources from.
gotcha.
If we're going straight to the Baroness.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think that's what I
why
said.
why deal with the bees when you can get the honey? I just made that up. By the way, so.
If you hadn't have said that, I would have fully believed that's an expression.
I felt it was too good in the moment for me to give someone else credit.
That was all me. Yeah.
This was pretty solid.
Okay, so from the hallway, he takes you up the stairs. And once you get there, you're up.
Pretty extravagant house.
Yeah. And so the staircase climbs 20 feet to a beautifully appointed gallery that continues towards the west, running almost the length of the mansion. Framed landscape paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover a 10-foot tall arched window of leaded glass. And then from there, he leads you down the hallway, and you turn a corner, and then you are led to a room. The guard opens the door, and inside, you guys kind of like funnel into this room, and so this room smells of powder and fine perfume. A vanity with a mirror stands against one wall next to a faceless wooden mannequin wearing a white bridal gown. Mounted on another wall is a full-length mirror with a gilded frame. A door in one corner leads to a garter robe. But also in this room, you see that the Baroness is kind of sitting next to the bridal gown, just kind of like looking it over and kind of dusting it off and clean, like just kind of memorizing when you guys walk in. You see like that really big, almost creepy looking smile on her face as she like welcomes you in.
Hey, how have you been?
I was like, it's finally glad to see you without my husband being overprotective as he sometimes is. Uh, I see that you are in, Kresk is in need of this gown here. I would be lovely to give it to you to show how wonderful we are. But there is one thing that I would like in return, a favor you might ask.
Of course. What is the favor?
So, recently, a couple of our servants have gone missing. Our butler and a another one of our servants have suddenly disappeared, and we kind of want to know what happened to them. We know that they didn't leave the town, as they are not supposed to leave the premises per se. And we can't find any evidence of them leaving the premises either. And yeah, if you can find answers to that, should use fine group seem to be definitely the ones that are keen of eye.
Last time we were in a house this big, there was like a bunch of traps and stuff like that all around. Is that the case here?
No traps here.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I don't trust anybody who just casual says there's no traps.
You say you think they're still in the mansion or still in the village?
One or the other. I mean, they couldn't have gone far, but they just disappeared.
Oh, that's a 26.
26. You can see that she's being truthful. There's no traps here. I mean, there's people going in and out of the building and stuff like that. It's not necessarily a quiet and dark place. It looks still, even though it's a little run down from age, it still has life to it. So you can kind of say, like, if they were to trap this place, it doesn't really seem logical as far as the amount of things here. So but you can kind of gather that she's being truthful with the matter.
Can I go on to ask her how long have they been missing?
Oh, they've been missing for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Mm. And no evidence of foul play?
No, not we haven't found any bodies. All their possessions are still in their quarters. They just seem to up and vanish.
So you have no idea where they could have possibly gone.
None.
When you say
The
servants, are you paying them? Like, are they hired servants or are they indentured for life kind of servants?
well, if there's servants. I mean, one is a butler and one is. Hold on.
Head
So
slave.
if it was the latter, they might have just
Yeah,
went
no. One is a butler and the other is my lady in waiting. Person who kind of concedes to my needs.
Someone's out of character. Someone smarter than me is going to have to explain what a lady in waiting is.
For ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like basically a butler for women who kind of like.
Her number one servant.
Okay,
Number one servant.
got it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
The first season.
Ah, never mind then.
Okay, I mean, yes, we need the dress.
Do we have to find them to get the dress, or do we just search?
Like, how long? And I kind of turned to Anna and I'm like, how long do we have again before your kids just like.
And I kind of we have about like at minimum a week, or at
Okay.
maximum about a week before we have to go.
I mean, we spend at least, at most 5-6 days looking. If we find evidence that they're dead, they're dead. If we find evidence that they're alive, they're alive. But either way, all we're doing is finding evidence. She didn't say we had to bring them back. I say this in your head.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't pressed for time and like doing this would kind of negate purpose. You know?
I mean, if it accelerates our way to get to the dress, I mean, I don't mind spending a day or two to do a task, but the faster you can do it and acquire the dress, the better.
Are you? Because like, you could be better at this than
I'm no investigator. My skills are not as great as yours per se. The only other information I can probably ask is what were their purpose? Like, what was the butler doing? Was he in service to someone specific or just a general housemaid? The Baroness kind of hears this. Is like, oh well, that's actually a good question. He does tend to our son, who kind of cloisters himself in the attic these days. Maybe he knows something about it.
Why is he living in the attic? There's plenty of rooms in this place, right?
I he and my husband don't really get along.
Is this a sun turned ghoul situation? Because we've run into that before.
No, he's at least I think he's perfectly fine. But it is they don't see eye to eye. There's a lot of tension there, and he just kind of keeps to himself.
Sounds like me and your husband. We should probably get along.
What is the relationship between the lady in waiting and the butler? Because the butler tended to your son, so he is our point of contact for the butler. But the lady in waiting tended to you, so you would be the point of contact.
Th- That I have no idea. That is lost on me as well.
What were like they doing? Did they disappear at the same time? Were they together when they disappeared?
Um, to be honest, I'm not sure, but thinking about it, I think I think one of them was missing first and then the other disappeared, so I assume they may have gone in order, but not at the same time. I'm not sure. By the time we realized they were missing, the both of them had been gone for a number of days.
How sure are you that they're still in town?
Well, I mean, all their belongings are here. If they were to left, they would have probably taken something, wouldn't they?
I mean, not if they're dead.
No bodies have like popped up in town or otherwise. And the guards
Uh,
haven't seen them leave the village either.
Oh, okay. That one works for me. I was gonna say, like, wolves eat people. Like, there might not be a body to find.
Right. Well,
If we take this commission, all animals are allowed in this house. Full, no, no restrictions on what kind, how many, what color, anything like that.
Well, I can't go that far. This is still the Baron's house, but I can still offer you the dress. That's what you're after all, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Is the Baron gonna offer any, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Retribution against us? Because he told me no.
Well, the faster you complete it, and probably best without his knowing, what won't what he doesn't know won't hurt, will it?
Okay, give her a big, exaggerated wink.
She returns like that. Same week.
Does he have a problem with animals? Is he an animal hater?
He just doesn't. It's not that he hates animals. He just finds them filthy, and he doesn't want them in his house.
That's fair.
Animals are filthy.
I look up and picking out a tick for my feathers.
Well, I guess we're off to talk to the son.
Yeah, can we just wander through the house? Like,
Yeah.
Yes, I'll let the guards know that you have full reign of the house.
All right.
what if we run into the burgermeister?
Do your best not to.
What's his what's his schedule like? How is best avoid him?
Right now, he's overseeing the construction of the festival. Festival should be done within a day or two,
Okay.
which you should attend. But in the meantime, he should be in and out of the house, kind of seeing everything, giving his words of praise. So he should be busy.
It's good to know. Good to know.
Oh, I just remembered. Is Esmeralda still with us?
That's
Where
right.
did we leave her?
I think we left her at the
Esmeralda,
inn.
yeah, Esmeralda's kind of like at the inn, or kind of like left to her. She kind of like went on to do her own thing, so she's in town, but she's not with you currently.
Okay. All right.
To the attic.
Yeah. I mean, like, we can always come back if we got questions. So let's go find this kid.
Before we leave, guys, and I walk over and I stand next to the wedding dress, and I'm like, Who's better dressed?
10 out of 10 you.
That's all I
Yeah.
needed to know. Let's go.
I think you might be in danger of marrying Strahd.
I mean, if it'll save Barovia.
What a
That doesn't seem too bad from what we've heard.
So far.
So we'll have this conversation for later. Let's go talk to the kid.
Can you point us to the attic?
Yeah, and she kind of like leads you out of the room, and
Like you're looking at like a massive map of the place.
like there's a map, and they're all like individually labeled, and then I have to take that number and then go down to the actual subsection of the description of that area, and so it's a lot of going back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, for some dead air for anybody watching. It's
No, yeah.
happens with D&D sometimes. You gotta look something up.
That's the one issue about these modules. I mean, I could prepare, but still, like having to go through each of these rooms and making sure that things
Modules are
going
tough,
the right
man.
way.
Yeah, you can only prepare so much because you don't know what we're gonna do, and
Exactly. So, but at least I have them.
Yeah.
yeah. If you don't like it, check it out on YouTube the following Monday. I fast forward you folks.
Let's see here.
we can watch your live stream.
But yeah, check out the live stream. It's got that real D&D feel.
Mm-hmm.
So the as soon as you guys exit out of this room, you guys take an immediate left, and she opens up the door, and this leads into what you can gather is the master bedroom. The time has faded the grandeur of this master bedroom. The furnishings have lost some of their color and splendor, but you see up in the ceiling a short pull rope hangs from a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling. And so she kind of goes and like leaps up a little bit and pulls the thing, and a stair ladder kind of like pulls down that leads up to the attic. And so you'll find he spends most of his time up there.
And what's his name?
His name is Victor.
Victor.
Before we go in there, could I stop by the maidens and the butler's rooms?
I was thinking
What's that?
too. Well,
Or we talked to Victor. I would like to go to their rooms first, if that's possible.
To the
Butler
servants.
and maid.
Are you guys going to go there first, or are you guys splitting up?
I would like to go there first. I have a couple of things I want to do before I get in, if that's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm cool going as a group. Yeah.
yeah. I think we got time. Like, we got a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time
Okay.
is it?
Right now it's probably late afternoon, like maybe 1, 2 o'clock.
We got like a day and a half. We're fine.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's get over there first. If you got.
Okay, so you want to go to the servants' quarters first?
Yes.
I'll just do like some entertaining while he's looking stuff up. Well,
This one shouldn't take
do
too
it.
long.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So oh, that's the wrong map. There we go. So she did very well. I'll leave this open for you to come back to. She then escorts you out of the room, down back the same hallway, and downstairs. And then she, once you hit downstairs, you're led further into the mansion, and then brought to the second door on the right. She opens it up, and in here, you see that there is just a simple room. This room contains 4 simple beds and an equal number of plain wooden trunks. It's very Spartan in here. There's no real decorations, but you do see some personal belongings and stuff like that. Maybe some folded clothes and whatnot. But it's a very simple room with 4 beds.
Okay.
It's a lot of beds. Oh, it's servant quarters.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the lady in waiting and the butler both here.
Yes, they both stayed in this room.
Who has the other 2 beds?
2 of our other servants.
And they didn't go missing?
No, they're still here in the house. I think one of them is our cook, and the another servant of the Baron.
Can we talk to them?
If you can find them around the house, I see no why not.
Okay. So when we get into the house or into the room, I want to turn back into a dog, ironically, and I want to sniff both their beds and their stuff to try to get like their scent, so that I can kind of just have it in my Rolodex. So if I have to try to search for them later, I already know what their general scent is.
Sure, give me a perception.
Okay, cool.
As we're leaving the mansion, we should definitely be a dog on the way out.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you pick up 4 distinct scents.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of lock them into your memory, so that way if you were to pick them up again, you can kind of isolate them.
Okay, cool. That was the main thing, but we might want to go through their stuff, see if they have any letters or anything else that they left behind. I don't have hands anymore, but
And as you transform and stuff like that, the Baroness sees this and is like, I understand that you're a practitioners of magic, but just be warned. The guards don't take kindly to this stuff, and if they see you, they will take note of this.
Yeah.
And if you are caught, I can't do anything to protect you.
Jeez, you're really out here powerless, huh?
Baron Howe holds most of the power.
Patriarchal pig.
Yeah, I wanna definitely go through. We're gonna go through their stuff for sure. Just anything of interest, any papers, anything that might say their interests, like they frequent a bar, or they have a love affair, or they have something going on.
Go ahead and roll investigation checks to see what you can find. The Baroness does point out which trunks belong to which ones, so that way you're not rifling to any others.
It was almost a 20. Fuck me running. All right. I can't roll for shit. I really can't. 12.
12.
Unless someone wants to help me.
You open up the trunks, and you're looking through, and you don't really find much other than just servants clothing, staff clothing and uniforms. But you don't find any paperwork or letters or a diary or anything.
I want to sniff through both of them. If I smell blood or anything kind of suspect or interesting.
Yeah, go for investigation.
Okay. That's going to be a 19.
19. You sniff and stuff like that. You definitely get their scent, but you don't sense anything like blood or anything that would give a strong scent that they were wounded or of anything else like that.
Okay, cool.
They got anything hidden? Can I check between the mattresses?
Give me an investigation.
Can I see if there are any loose floorboards where they could hide anything?
Give me an investigation.
6.
6. You find absolutely nothing.
Oh no, we're the worst detectives.
Yeah, you go around and you like start like tapping the floor, trying to do your best to see if you can find anything, like even on the walls. You don't find anything that's like a secret passage or a trapdoor or anything of the like.
In dog form, I'm on 2 legs, arms crossed, just like.
Well,
Let's go talk to the kid. There's nothing here.
I'm walking away on 2 legs.
Dog in a trench coat. All right, you guys go ahead and exit the room. So you guys going back upstairs?
Yeah, I'm trying to be a little stealthy. That's gonna be a 24 on my stealth check.
Okay, so you got a. I imagine that you picked a dog that's somewhat smaller, and you kind of hide in between the legs of your compatriots.
Mhm.
The Baroness kind of like um, I assume you know your way around the house a little bit now. I do have other matters to attend to. I'll try to keep the Baron as busy as possible while you do your investigation.
We appreciate that.
I'll be on my way. And so she kind of like takes her leave. You guys go ahead and head back upstairs and back into the bedroom. The trapdoor up to the attic is still pulled down, and you guys can make your way up there.
Victor!
Don't be alarmed. We're coming up. We're here to speak with you about your butler.
your mom sent us.
You guys, are you guys just calling up to the attic, or are you actually going up?
Calling as we're climbing, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disarm the truck.
You guys go ahead and you climb up up the stairs as you're calling out, and you come into a small little room. This dusty 20-foot square room has a high-pitched ceiling that reaches its peak 20 feet above. The wooden rafters are shrouded in cobwebs, except for an old table with a lantern on it. The room is empty. But there is another door on the opposite side of the room.
So my immediate thought is like clearly the butler and the handmaiden didn't do a good job or didn't come here because you don't get this in 2 weeks.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, and can I sniff and see if I instantly smell any of their scents up here?
Yeah, give me a perception.
So 22.
22. Yeah, you go and you throw your nose to the ground, and you do pick up faint sense of the two that have been up here. The scents kind of are really light, like as in they're fading. So it's been some time since they've passed through here. Like it's almost fading.
Okay, gotcha. They've been here, but a long time ago. I tell the group.
So you said Victor's not up here?
No, it's a tiny room. You and there's another door on the opposite side of this room. You kind of get the idea that this might not be the whole attic.
Victor?
Is that other door unlocked? Can I go check it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go and check the door, and it's unlocked.
Swing it open.
You swing it open, and in the area that you see kind of like a okay. You open it, and you're kind of like almost blasted with a face full of dust. This large attic is full of old, forgotten things draped in white sheets. Piled around them are barrels, crates, trunks, and old furnishings covered with cobwebs and dust. Um, but you see a clear footpath through the maze of things. You do see footprints clear as day on the floor.
Since I've been up here, have I noticed any, evidence of animals, rats? Obviously there's spiders, but like anything besides just spiders?
Um, Give me a perception check.
Okay. Would this be with advantage or would this be regular?
If you're sniffing with your nose, then it can be with advantage.
Yeah, I would sniff it for other animals. Uh, the first one's pretty solid. I'm gonna go with the 26.
26. You can pick up some like like sense of like maybe there's like a rodent or two that's kind of like scurrying around a bit, but other than that, there's no like real heavy presence of animal activity.
Okay, cool.
Those footprints in the dust, is it like a well-worn path, or is it like somebody walked by here once?
You do see that there's multiple paths, like like there's going back and forth. Some are newer, some are older, but you do see like it's a path that's been like kind of walked multiple times.
I'll yell out another Victor. Hello.
No response.
Shall we?
I mean, yeah, what other option do we have?
Okay.
Leave. I say in your head.
How's the lighting in here, by the way?
It's pretty dark. You might have some dim light from like maybe some cracks with some stray light coming in. But there's no real windows or anything, or at least none that I saw. Let me check again. Yeah, there's no like. There's one. No, that's a chimney.
I'll just
there's
I'll
no-
cast light on my amulet, so just from my chest is just a beam
Yeah,
of
so
light.
that definitely helps with the lighting situation in here.
All right. The only one who's had any luck in any sort of perception checks is the dog, so I think we should probably let the nose go ahead.
Yeah. Well, this is weird. Like, why would a rich kid want to live in this?
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
Yeah, why not move out?
Shall we follow the path?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sniffing around, see if I can like smell, Victor or an unknown, person smell up here. But I'm following the path, and I got a 27 on my perception.
Okay. You go ahead and you sniff around, and it's hard to get a scent up here because your nose is just being filled with dust, and you sneeze multiple times. You you do get some. You still catch a faint scent of the people that you recently. There is one newer scent that's more stronger, as it's like kind of been. It's more recent.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately the scent path follows the obviously laid footpath, so you're heading in the right direction.
Okay.
Hmm.
Obviously, he's been through here. The missing people have also been through here, but a while ago. So it's seeming more and more like he had something to do with this, or at least was in contact with him in some way.
Okay.
And I continue forward.
All
My
right.
little
So you guys go ahead and make your way through this. It's really large attic. It spans basically the whole middle section of this um, mansion. And you're just kind of going through this maze of just boxes of stuff and old furniture and paintings and all that stuff. Um, eventually you come to the opposite side of this attic, and you see um, hmm, you do see a door on the other side, but someone has carved a large skull into this door. Um, Hanging from the doorknob is a wooden sign that reads, "All is not well." Um, but you do hear a young man's voice beyond this door.
This is totally an emo kid's room.
I was gonna say, did the Baroness say how old her son is? Like, is he
No,
just
he
like
didn't say anything, and you didn't inquire.
Are we hearing My Chemical Romance playing from him?
Yeah. The parents don't understand.
fair enough?
Do we knock or just go in?
Well, you never want to just walk in on a teenager's room, so definitely we're gonna knock.
Yeah.
Wait, you said we hear his voice. Is he talking to someone?
You'll have to do a perception check to see if you want to listen in.
Yeah, I definitely want to listen in. I also have advantage with hearing as a dog, so I perks up.
And dogs are dope.
They
Yeah.
are, and I get pack tactics, so shit pops off. Ready?
Maybe one of these times we'll play Dungeons and Doggos.
I can get right. It'd be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You get a little closer to the door, and your ears kind of perk up some more as you kind of listen to the voice, and you do hear a voice of a young man, but he's not talking to someone. He is speaking something. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh, actually no. Give me a Arcana check.
Up an incantation.
But that would be a 10.
A 10. Yeah, like with that, it's something weird, but you can't put together what he's saying.
Can I read the languages I know and see
It's not a language that it's not a language per se.
okay. I mentally communicate. He's doing some weird shit in there, not necessarily with his body, but some sort of magical weird shit.
I watched you turn into a dog
Yeah.
today. Like that.
Can I listen in and sort of maybe make a religion check or something? See if I could maybe put together what's going on in there.
If you want to listen in, give me a Arcana check yourself.
Okay. I cast guidance on myself.
Thanks.
Fuck you. I got a 7 anyway, so
Love
with
it.
that, an 8. All right.
Yeah, you hear this. You hear the voice, but you just make out gibberish. Like it's not a language that you know, but it's also not a language that you've heard of. Like just speaking wise, it's really weird.
I'm changing my fucking dice. I got the fuzzy dice. They're cursed.
I mentally communicate with Robert. It's like I think we need to go in swinging, isolate the situation, and go from there.
Can I make an Arcana check just for the possibility of dunking on the two spellcasters?
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like this is for sure. We're gonna find 2 dead butlers up there.
17.
Oh, Jesus.
17. You kind of muscle your shoulder your way through them, and you kind of listen through, and you listen. And you're like, I know what that sounds like. And it's like, yeah, he's incanting, trying to speak a spell of some sort, but very badly.
Maybe you guys can give him lessons. Or maybe I can give him lessons, because apparently I have a natural affinity for this.
It's like you've been around casters a bit, and you know like what they sound like, so it kind of triggered like, oh, okay, I know what this guy's doing or trying to do. I get in retrospect, you guys probably heard him say, but he's been incanting a spell so wrong, it just sounds different than what you're used to. It's like this is like basically an amateur trying to learn spells.
Should we just barge in?
Yeah, it's like yeah.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Can I just? I'm just gonna pound on the door and say you're doing it wrong.
Okay, so you pound on the door.
Yeah.
Huh? I give a Scooby-Doo face like I thought we were rushing in.
Ruh-roh.
I leave the door open.
Yeah, we really should just bust in there. Like the Kool-Aid man, exactly.
You pound on the door, the voices stop. Or you hear like a frantic muttering of something, and then silence. What was you say? Sorry?
Can I try the doorknob, see if the door is unlocked?
It is unlocked.
I open the door.
Okay. You go and you twist the knob and you push forward. As you do,
His pants are down.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. But, you know, I'll fit in.
His ankles. What are you doing?
and give me a deck save.
Do I get danger sense on that?
No, you do not.
Boo! Okay. Where is it? Right up here. Pretty sweet. 22.
22. All right.
You lied to us. There are traps. I know it. All big houses have traps.
Can't trust you, Barovia.
Gold too.
All right. So give me 1 second here.
10d10 damage.
That axe comes to your head, you catch with your
God, I hope not.
Maybe? That
Oh,
one
wait,
got
it's a
one.
sweet axe. If I catch it, that's fine. Then I just have a new axe.
It might be brutal. I got one shot by that one trap. The card exploding took me out
Yeah,
immediately.
that's right. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm hoping a 23 at least gives me half damage.
open.
DC 30, welcome to Barovia.
Straight out of Barovia, crazy.
Suspense is killing me.
Yeah, right.
I just gotta double check something real quick here.
I knew it was a huge number. He's sitting there counting dice.
Mm-hmm. Fucking disintegration ray.
Can't even say spells right. I doubt he can build this disintegration.
There's like 3 beholders teaching him to cast back there.
That's it, guys. Just stop giving Daniel ideas.
I'm just saying there's a dragon behind the door. That's surprising.
Okay, so you open the door, and as you like break the threshold into there, a searing jolt of electricity shoots up your arm and into your body, but you kind of flex most of it off, but you do take 8 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Mm.
So as I get shocked, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey kid, we can teach you to do better. Better traps."
Yeah, what do we see in this room?
As you go in, Okay. You go in, and someone has taken an old mismatched furniture and created a study in this dusty lamplit chamber. Tables are strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams are drawn, and a freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of bones. A dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box on which lounges a skeletal cat. Several more skeletal cats skulk about. Most unnerving of all is the sight of three small children standing with their backs to you in the north east corner of this room.
Ah, I don't like that.
Like alive children?
Was it skeletal or?
From this distance, you can't tell.
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay. Current running theory. The abbot had an affair with the burgermeister's wife.
That makes sense.
Mm,
This
Do
kid
we-
is
Other than
Anyway.
what you see in this room, you don't see anybody else. Like you don't
No Victor?
see like a young man or anything else in this room.
I'm gonna approach the kids.
Yeah.
I know it's
I'm grabbing Robert's shoulder and just yelling at the kids.
Yeah. I am equipping my shield.
and elf, if I can, in this commotion, I want to try to like get under like a dresser or something to kind of like be out the way and and sniff. I'm sniffing. I'm furiously
Hiding
sniffing.
and sniffing.
Mm-hmm.
You sniff around. Give me a perception check.
Yeah. I knew we should have ran in guns blazing.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
That 20. You do pick up a scent of someone in this room, very strong. But as far as like any other scents, like you do pick up the scent of like of bone and whatnot from the skeletal cats. But other than that, you don't sense anything else.
All right. I'm going to, in Robert's head, say, I think he's still in the room, invisible or something like that.
You have a spell that lets you see invisible people?
I actually do, but I can't be a dog to do it, so I will sheepishly come out from underneath this dresser or wherever I'm at, and I'm going to cast. I've been wild shaping so much that I almost forgot I can cast spells. It's just
You can cast spells in wild shape, or you come out of wild shape.
out of wild shape.
Oh, okay.
I come
I
out.
think like reach level 20 or something, you can cast spells in wild shape.
Yeah, and it's very far away. And I'm going to pretty much from the point where Bert is to as far as I can go. I'm casting fairy fire.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good call.
It's a 20
What-
foot.
20 foot.
Yeah.
Okay, so the space of this area 20 is 20 by 30. So you can probably do half of the room. So you got to pick up which half. And the door that you're situated in is like in the middle. So it's either the left side or the right side.
And the kids are directly in front of us.
No, they're in the left side corner.
Left side corner, and I don't see anything to my right side.
No, you to your right you see like a rug and like a desk with like a lot of like notes and scribbled papers, or and some like equipment. But other than that, the right side is empty.
When I was sniffing that new smell that I smelled, because I didn't smell those kids, right?
No, the quote unquote kids in the corner did not give off a scent.
Okay. When I was sniffing, did it smell like it was coming from somewhere specific?
You would have to follow the scent. This whole room has that particular scent, and it's very kind of like coalesced. But it's not like stronger in one particular area, or if it is, you kind of have to follow the scent to see where it leads.
I'm
So you
going
would have to enter in the room.
on the other side of the away from the kids. Try to cover that whole area.
So you're doing the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 20 by 20. Yeah, like you can probably get like there's going to be like 15 feet of like place that you're not going to get. So basically, if you do it on the right side, it'll cover most of the room and it'll stop just at the corner where the three kids are.
Yeah.
So you're going to do that.
I don't even think those kids are actually here. I think he learned enough to cast an illusion, like a major illusion or something.
Okay, so you go ahead and you basically let your spell go. How does your fairy fire work?
So the way my fairy fire looks is I clap my hands together and kind of pull it out, and you see kind of like a ball of like inky blackness, and I blow on it, and it just comes out as like ashen gray dust all in like that area, and kind of just like settles on what I'm guessing is already a weirdly dusty place.
Oh, basically like a glitter bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you go ahead and you cast your spell, and it the dust goes and hits high, and then it starts to settle, and then you do see that your dust starts to coalesce into a or start to bring out a figure that's kind of like standing in the far corner, just kind of like there. He doesn't notice right away that he's covered in dust, but you do see a figure standing in the corner.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. So for 1 minute, each object in a 20-foot cube range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. I'm choosing black light. Any creature in this area, when the spell is cast, is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects affected creatures shed dim light of a 10-foot radius. Any attack rolls against the affected creatures or objects have advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't be benefited from invisible.
Okay, so you go ahead and you and then as the dust settles and the spell takes shape, you can see like his body kind of like illuminate in this like blackish glow. He kind of sees it and he like freaks out, and you can see the invisibility spell just kind of like vanish, and he kind of like he like sees you guys like just random group of armed people just kind of like in like at this door. He kind of like falls to the ground and like so like don't hurt me, don't kill me.
How old is he?
uh by looking at him you can tell that he's probably like in his either late teens, maybe early 20s.
Oh yeah.
That tracks, yeah. Okay.
He has a good electric guitar that he's really bad at in the corner.
Real quick, guys. Pause because the stream is. You guys aren't moving, just me. Once again.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
And that is an issue. Stand by.
Yeah, it's been so
Standing
long.
by.
Hello. I forgot I can like even do this. I was just turning into animals.
Okay. Okay. It looks like I fixed it. Okay. Resume.
All right.
So, you said he drops to his knees and puts his hands up.
Yeah, he didn't like really drop to his knees. He kind of like fell on his ass and is kind of like scooting himself back up into the corner as much as possible, like putting up his hands like, you know, as a kid would do if he saw a bunch of armed people break into the room.
Okay.
What are you up to, young man?
Your mother sent us. The scariest thing to say.
And he's like, I'm just practicing spells.
What kind of spells? It's a little spooky in here.
Yeah, I mean, uh, I found this spell book in the library, and I was just trying to teach myself magic.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Did you make all these cats?
Yeah,
And who are those? And I pointed the children in the corner.
uh,
Who or what?
they're just dolls.
Oh, he's fucking these dolls. There's no way he's not. This freaking little creep. He's got the hairs on it too. No way. But I got a 14.
A 14. You can tell that he's like kind of like freaking out a little bit, so he's being truthful. You don't sense any like real kind of uh means to deceive you.
And I say, give me the book.
And he points over to the table. It's over there.
I kind of like back up as I'm like kind of trying to keep eyes on him. And I reach over and touch the book. Well, first before I touch it, I am going to glance at it. Does it look familiar? Like, would I recognize it? Is it like, necromancy 101? Like, or like
Necromancy for dummies.
yeah.
You pick up the spell book, and it has a number of spells in there. You take a time to kind of like thumb through them. You do see the spells that you can see and understand is there's one spell of animate dead, blight, cloud kill, dark vision, glyph of warding, levitate, remove curse, and thunderwave. There is another spell, but it's partially torn. And from what you can gather, it looks like it's a spell of teleportation, or like a teleportation circle.
Oh,
But it's like it's torn to the point where it's like it can't be used right, but you can. Yeah, it's like the more crucial instructions have gone missing.
This is a big boy spell list. I thought I was about to see like ice knife. You said you found this in your library?
Yeah, in the family's library. I was just looking around. I found it and it looked interesting, and I wanted to cast spells.
Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting to cast spells, but might I recommend faith? It is a much better route to learn magic. I get my my deity Saloon, praise be to Saloon. She just gives me my spells. It's a lot easier than.
Yeah, it doesn't work out too well for me. You just need to work on your pronunciation, kid. Just practice saying the things correctly.
Do you know how to make spells?
No.
Did you not
He
see?
does, but it only works half the time.
My spells always work because Saloon makes it so. But
Yeah, that kind of sounds lame.
That one over there can turn into an animal. You saw him. He was a dog when he came in here.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Nothing wrong with the kid wanting to practice being a wizard, per se.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Maybe we came in a little too hot.
Yeah, I think we did. Let's start over. Victor, right?
Yeah.
I realize now that I am sort of taking the lead, and these guys didn't want me to. So my friends here, they want to speak with you.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. With that being said, oh, sorry. The butler and the maid, the handmaiden. Have you? When's the last time you saw either of them?
Oh, you see, like his face kind of gets kind of red, as he like scratches the back of his head. Yeah, they were here like last week.
Last week. The mom said 2 weeks ago, right? Okay. What were they doing here last week?
Well, they're bringing me food and stuff.
Um,
Hmm.
Victor, they really talked down to my spells, and I wanted to prove my own my god's spells. And here, let me show you one. And I sort of create like a diamond with my fingers, and I place them around him, so that I'm basically like looking at him through the diamond in my fingers. And then I cast Zone of Truth, and I say, no one can lie in front of Saloon. And so
That's a wisdom save.
it is a charisma save.
Charisma save. Uh, what's the DC?
DC 16.
And with the 6, he fails.
All right. All
I was
right.
gonna
Now
say, medic 20.
continue your questions and
When's
see
the
the
last
power
time
of Saloon.
here, or the maid, or the butler over here?
You can kind of see like he starts to sweat a little bit, and he goes to, he tries to say something, but it won't come out. Yeah, but he like they were here like, yeah, but about 2 weeks ago.
Do you know
Two
what happened?
What was that?
Do you know what happened to them? Where they went? I'm just getting straight to it.
Yeah.
That was easy.
What you gotta do.
The power of Saloon.
Please tell us what happened to them.
He kind of like he gets to his feet, and he points to the ground. On the ground, you see that there is a big like circle of runes and markings and stuff like that. Um, those who have Arcana proficiency, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I don't think that's any of us.
No.
No.
Or anybody who wants to make an Arcana check, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'm magical.
Big fat +0.
Yeah, I
A
guess. Sure,
I'll- Well,
13 for me. Uh, I would have cast guidance, but I didn't say it fast enough.
Would you get Falco?
I dirty 20, and then with my guidance, 24.
Okay. Falco, you like, especially since you're the one that picked up the book, you can guess that this is a circle of teleportation that he's scribed onto the ground.
Oh, kid, and he didn't. Oh, jeez.
That's a ripped page, right?
Yeah, from a rip page,
Oh, who the fuck knows what
or if they're even in one piece.
Yeah. What was that movie? The Fly, where the fly gets in the machine with them?
That's a great movie.
Oh, fuck, kid. I give him like a instant look of like, fuck, kid. Kind of like one of those looks. Where were you trying to send him?
Squirrely Dan says you're on fire with your rolls, Daniel or Jonathan.
Hey,
It is.
thank you. Yeah, jinxed it, but thank you.
He goes and he's like, I just wanted to see if it worked.
What happened?
They didn't make it.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
can you be more specific?
Um, They were basically ripped apart.
Oh my god.
Both of them?
Did they volunteer for this?
Did you see it happen to one, and then you still let the other one walk into it?
Well, the first one I was testing it, and it failed, and then I made some revisions, and I needed another test subject.
Rich kid syndrome.
Did they volunteer?
Starting to
That-
like you a little bit.
He's just following the scientific method, right? Once is a fluke, twice is a coincidence. I feel like we need to do it a third time to establish a pattern.
Oh man.
But again, did they volunteer?
Oh, well, I mean, yes and no.
Zone or truth, it can only be one.
I mean, I asked them to do it, and they did it.
How did you ask them?
Do they feel beholden to do what you request because they're in your parents' employ? I should not be
I'm
using
supposed to know. I'm not them.
Was magic involved in persuading them?
No.
You know we're gonna have to tell your parents.
Oh, wait. Retcon that. He said, or like when with that question, he like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know you fucked up.
Yeah, we're calling your
Yeah.
parents.
You are grounded, mister.
That scene from Paid in Full.
Well, I mean, we got to the bottom of this, guy. Should we just take him down to his mother and give her the details?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, all we needed to do was find out what happened to him, and we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to take a couple days. This was...
Is Anna still with us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Technically, she's kind of like she was like following you from like behind, letting you kind of like take advantage and just kind of keeping to herself, and like she didn't want to be left alone. And so she's kind of like standing in the doorway, just kind of like looking at all this.
Well,
All right,
I
young
think-
man.
but rob this kid blind and send him.
I sort of grab him by his shoulder. All right, young man. We're gonna go through all your stuff and make sure there's nothing dangerous, and then we're taking you to your mother.
Yeah, what he said.
He goes. I mean, he doesn't have his spell book, so you can't fight or anything. So
Mm-hmm.
Stupid kid went invisible and didn't even grab the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie mistake.
Mm-hmm. I
We'll
mean,
have to
he,
use it one day, but not today.
Yeah.
I'm holding on to him if somebody wants to, do it once over with the room.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll guide myself.
go ahead and do an investigation.
Can I pass aggressively just like tip over furniture and act like I'm looking for stuff?
Yeah, you can.
Somebody get a good look at those dolls too.
Yeah, you go over to them, and they are the children standing in the corner are painted wooden dolls dressed in clothing that Victor wore as a child.
Ugh,
Oh, what the fuck?
this dude is weird.
Mhm. Yeah. Open up those dolls.
Is he still in the zone of truth?
I mean, yeah, I can.
Yes.
Why do you still have all your old clothes?
I was pretending that they were my pupils.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, innocent enough. You got fucked up stuff, but like the other half is like fine.
Yeah.
That's just because we're young person things.
Hey,
Did
but
you-
to be fair, like, I'm being meta, but if there really was, if we lived in a world with magic, like, I feel like this would probably be pretty common.
Oh, for sure.
This is about as common as like a kid finding his dad's gun.
Exactly. You know,
We all played with firecrackers as a kid. Still got the scar on my finger. It's
Firecrackers are actually illegal in New Jersey, but
Oh, they're illegal here too, but I mean,
you're just not trying hard enough, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Squirrely Dan
I
said he
stopped.
discovered splinters the hard way.
I was like, well, I guess I'm investigation.
um, what was the investigation roll?
It took us back to sink in. That's funny.
Okay. You go and you kind of like toss the room a little bit. You don't really find anything else of real like value. You find a trunk and it has several bolts of like silk cloth and needles and thread, a half-finished wizard's robe. Um, uh, but other than that, you don't really see anything of like elaborate value or anything of like real danger.
Yeah, I in Robert's head say, I mean, you gotta figure the kid was pretty good. If he can make himself turn invisible, that's not bad. Like
He's got a
he's
knack
just
for it.
way over.
Also, while you guys are looking in the room and stuff like that, the skeleton cats, they are moving around. They are animated.
Like, look at this kid's almost complete wizard robe. He's clearly got style.
Yeah,
He's on the right path, I think.
I think he needs guidance.
Why do you want to be a wizard, Victor? Is it just cool, or do you have like a mission in mind?
He's still in his own truth.
As far as that.
I don't know. I'm so torn on Victor. On one hand, he's a cold-blooded murderer, but this other hand, well, what do you even say was cold-blooded? It's really just like a callous murderer.
Right, like you grew up in Barovia surrounded by death and dismay.
Yeah.
Like
He
sacrificing one of your servants doesn't seem that bad to you. I don't agree with it, but I mean, from his perspective, he's not outright evil.
when confronted about like why like he was doing this, like I saw this spell for teleportation and I wanted to leave this place and I thought I figure out how to finish the teleportation circle if I just studied it and maybe figured it out on my own.
It's your dad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? Just rubbed me the wrong way.
Kid.
These cats are they free willed? Like, could we have one maybe? Tame it maybe,
Oh, I see.
or keep it?
Give me a Arcana check.
All right.
I'll guide you.
Thank you. I'm literally rolling like shit. 8 again.
8.
Good thing we're not in combat.
I mean, you can try.
How about I ask Victor? Like, can we have one of those cats?
I don't think it works that way. I think they're only beholden to me since I created them.
Well, could you behold them onto me?
Again, I don't think it works that way. I think you have to like do it yourself.
Reverse John Wick.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Well, you're still in trouble.
As a side note, Daniel, you're nailing this early 20s kind of voice.
For sure. So Victor, best case scenario, one that you have locked down. What's the strongest, most complicated spell that you can cast?
In what way?
Like
something with like damage or just complexity?
yeah, the most complex spell you can cast that succeeded, that not one that blew people up.
Oh, well, I mean, the two that I just recently did was the invisible one. The other one was the what was it again? That glyph of warding on my door. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
You got a talent, kid. Just stop killing
Yeah.
people.
Can you make scrolls? Do I know
I,
what scrolls are?
I,
That's a fair question.
Make
what was
what?
that?
See, Nanny?
I said, do I even know what a spell scroll is? That's a fair question.
I don't know. Roll intelligence.
Okay, yeah, maybe recant that question. Okay, 7.
Yeah, you don't know what a scroll is.
Okay, yeah,
Well, I'm sure you know what a scroll is, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't know. You probably wouldn't care what a spell scroll is.
fair. Okay, yeah, I didn't ask it.
Oh, you can cast spells. All right. Okay. So he's a better spellcaster than me.
I'm pretty sure invisibility's 3rd level, so he's at least on par with us.
Yeah.
Teleportation circle's 5th level, right? So that's what, level 9?
Well, I mean, he didn't do it right, so like, you know, it's
Fair. He's between level 5 and 9. Like, he might be stronger than us already.
Did
Yeah.
we find anything of interest in this room?
No, it's mostly just junk and components.
What's the craftsmanship like on his wizard robe?
Uh,
Is it a good job?
and it was like a decent attempt at start, but he could just kind of stopped.
I call for a team huddle. Obviously, I take his spell book, and if he has arcane focus, I take that too.
Is he wearing a... Fuck, I wouldn't know the things. Never mind.
Playing a wizard too much.
Mhm. Right? This is the first time I haven't played a spellcaster in a minute.
You said you
But
called
yeah.
for a group huddle?
Then I call a team huddle.
Okay.
And I just kind of pull everyone over. It's just like, I mean, it's definitely fucked up, but at the same time, this whole place is fucked up. You know, they're fighting over resources that they don't need to fight over. They're spending their time and money making wine with it instead of food. And he's got problems with his dad. I mean, we could probably use, you know, a relatively decent wizard, for just random wizard stuff.
Oh, you're trying to recruit him?
Yeah, well, I mean, like...
Oh, under threat of telling his mom.
Well, we
Well, I
have
mean,
to tell
don't
his mom, yeah.
Yeah, we need the dress, but he's a rich kid. Like, what's gonna happen? He gets a slap on the wrist?
Yeah, he's
Like,
not.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's that big of a deal for him.
I mean, we could also say that they ran away.
But we have no
Yeah.
proof.
Yeah, we gotta fabricate some evidence for that.
Well, yeah, we could find the bits and then say we found them outside the wall. You know, that wouldn't be too hard.
I
I'm sure.
think we should tell his parents. I mean, you shouldn't be killing people, especially your butler and your mom's handmaid. And I don't agree with him joining us. I mean, maybe
Just
if he gets a little bit better.
like 3 days ago,
What's that?
You know,
murdered a whole group of guys who were running at us 3 days ago.
I didn't kill anyone.
not
E
the lack of trying.
guys.
Huh?
Didn't we just kill a field of creatures? Like,
I mean, does he even want to come with us?
clearly he wants to get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly,
How about we do tell them, we tell his parents what he's been up to. We tell his parents what happened to the butler and the handmaiden, and then as punishment, we propose that he joins us.
Oh, work study program.
Yeah, yeah.
Fine.
culturally, I don't know if I would know this because I don't know like how different Barovia is culturally from where we came from. But like, how long do like people usually live with their parents? Like, is this kid like a late bloomer still living with his parents, or is he like on track?
Or is this like millennial generation mid-30s kind of situation?
Even 13.
Give me give me a intelligence or history check.
Oh yeah.
Both the sins.
I'll guide you, Robert, but I'll also give you advantage.
Oof.
Okay, that helps because the first one was a 2. The second one is a 17.
Hey.
Okay. You know that that most like higher status people, like when they have kids and stuff like that, they usually stay with the household until they grow up and get their own, like they inherit the family home after like the passing or anything else like that, or they're gifted another place with by their parents and stuff like that who get them a place of their own. So you can kind of see, and with the status and the place here, you can kind of see that he's just a kid that might be old enough to move out on his own, but giving his status as basically a rich kid, he probably wouldn't even know how to fend for himself.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about with bringing this kid along with us. Like, do we want to babysit?
I mean, if he dies, he dies. But
Okay, but like, that's on you. If you want to bring him along, like, you're responsible for it.
yeah, if he
I thought you were weak. Like, that's enough for me.
he tried his best, he died, whatever. But like if he's helpful and he can help us kill Strahd.
What if he's having teleportation circles outside of our tent doors at night while we're sleeping?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, you don't sleep, so that's not happening.
I mean, no, but I do sometimes not pay good enough attention.
I mean, he runs. If he's useless, if he goes into the woods, he's dead. He knows that. We know that.
I mean, then what's the point of having him if he's not any good?
Spells.
Long range.
I feel like admitting that they're not very useful.
I think
If
that
they're-
we have the spells covered
Yeah.
between me and Falco. Why don't we take him to his parents, let it play out from there? If his parents are like, "You're out of here," and kick him out, we can take him under our wing. But if they're like, now we have to get more butlers, and that's a pain," then then it doesn't matter, and then we'll just get the dress and save Anna's kid.
I feel like it's gonna be the latter.
Probably.
I pull out that spell book that we found in the murder house.
Yeah.
In game 1, and I flipped through it. What spells were in there?
That one. Give me a second.
Yes. I knew this thing was going to come in handy at some point.
Were you trying to compare them? See if they're from
Yeah.
the same spellcaster?
Ooh, yeah, that's actually a great question. I didn't think that, but I was like, if I can I can give him better spells or more accessible spells. It just makes him that much more useful.
Does the kid have access to money? Can we bribe him with a new book?
Well, the question is, I don't know. You guys scare me sometimes. Let's plop super strong spells into this kid's hands when we know nothing about him and just found out that he murdered 2 people and didn't care about it.
I don't really
And
want
then
him on our team.
along with us so that he can potentially murder us too because he only half knows what he's doing, but he has access to all these super strong spells that he's half casting properly. He couldn't even say right.
I'm very confident.
Is this kid still in the zone of truth?
It only lasts 10 minutes, so maybe.
Yeah, you you kind of like you put him like, it's like, hey, stay right here, and then went to go get a guy. He's just kind of like standing there staring at you guys, like wondering what his fate is. But to answer your question, the other spell book had disguise self identify mage armor, magic missile, protection from good and evil, dark vision, hold person, invisibility, and magic weapon.
It could be a threat,
It's like tailor made for this campaign.
I'm saying. Those are some good spells to.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, just
kids
too
were
no one made a wizard.
Yeah,
and if he dies and his rich parents are pissed off, it's your fault.
I want to poke my head out of the huddle. Do you feel bad about what you did?
Yeah.
Hey guys, he feels bad about it.
I don't want him on our team. I'm not gonna lie. I think we got a good dynamic going, and we got Esmeralda now. I don't want a snotty nosed kid, mucking up the dynamic.
Out of character, I just want to keep hearing Daniel do that voice.
You really made me like those kids.
You're selling me on him.
Can I go over and look back at him and just be like, hey, how do you feel about Strahd?
It's one of the reasons why I want to leave.
Is your dad working with him?
Not that I know of.
Why's your dad such a dick?
I don't know.
Typical
Just
teenage.
is.
Well, he probably shrugged his shoulders too.
Yeah, he I don't know.
If you had a shot to kill Strahd, would you take it?
I mean, maybe.
Let's convince him to use your teleportation portal. All
I
right,
don't know, man.
let's take him to his parents, and then it'll play out from there because we need this dress.
Yeah, I mean, we do need the dress, so.
Let's secure the dress first from the mom, and then after that, I'll make my pitch.
Okay.
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 And break. All right, kid.
You're coming with us.
Get over here.
Can I just like full Nelson him on the way over?
I mean, he's technically taller than you.
Yeah, oh yeah, we don't have handcuffs or anything. What am I supposed to?
You can pop up. Just
Yeah.
ride back.
Squirrely Dan says he could be cannon fodder. I mean, that's one thing we could use him for.
He could be a range spellcaster.
Right? We don't need to detect traps for shit. We just send him.
Yeah. Hey, kid, open this door. It looks like a mimic. Just open it.
Yeah. It's like... So, I think I can guess, but kid, what's your specialty of magic? Like, what do you focus on? Like, what's your thing?
Whatever the book was.
It's fair.
That's fair. That's very fair. He's a savant. He's out here teaching himself magic. I mean, come on.
Those are some high-level spells with little to no training, so that's impressive.
Right? Make his own robe.
Yeah.
This is the kid who hacked into the federal government
By accident.
Just leaves a smiley face.
But but they want to recruit him. Like, this is.
Yeah, I think we have to turn him in, but I'm on board for recruiting him.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll haul him down to his mom. Full Nelson.
Okay. You guys
I see Penguin. He's really.
go
He's
ahead
just,
and escort him down into the house proper, and eventually you will find the Baroness, and you confront her, and it's like, oh, what are you doing? Have you found anything of interest? What are you doing with Victor here?
Go on, Victor.
Tell her what you did.
I accidentally killed the butlers.
This fucking kid.
And she like her eyes go wide and like, what? Like, yeah, I was trying to practice magic. Why would
It's
you
like
practice magic? Because I don't like it here. Like, what do you mean you don't like it here? Everything's good here. No, it's not. And it's just kind of like, standard, teen like
Yeah.
rebelling against parents conversation.
Oh, it's so perfect.
Uh,
But anyways, like after like a little like back and forth, and it's like we'll discuss about this later. Well, I guess you solved the mystery, and I'd be glad to give you the wedding dress.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
MacGuffin.
That's very kind of you, ma'am. Thank you so much. This is gonna be for the benefit of Barovia.
I'm sure it is. And so she escorts you back to the room and takes it off the mannequin and presents it to you or whoever wants to take it.
I think Robert knows how to keep clothes clean.
Yeah, take care of fine clothes.
Yeah, he's the
I mean,
clothes
I would
guy.
assume Anna would probably want it the most if she's still with us, to be honest.
Yeah, but we're turning it in and giving one of our resurrections to
Right.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Our
all. Cool. I do know how to take care of clothes, that's true.
Okay, so with dress in tow, what do you guys do?
So I turn back to the mom and just say, now with that being said, with the understanding that he fully killed two people, he's got a lot of promise. I mean, what he's been able to do in his room by himself, frankly, is shocking. With a little guidance, with a little, and I do like a quick cantrip to try to
What cantrip?
what cantrip? Can I
You're
think I'm
like druidcraft.
Yeah.
um uh I think I'm gonna if I were to create a bonfire, I would just like burn their house down. Is that like
Create a fire in the middle of the house.
that would be a bad look. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna do a cantrip, but I'm gonna be like, with a little push, with a little help and a little guidance, not only could he be probably the greatest mage of our time, he could bring great honor and wealth to this family. Leave him in our care. Let him stretch his wings. He's floundering here. We
She
can.
kind of like ponders your thing, and I can see where you're going with this, but I don't think the Baron would approve. And if he goes with you, you might be risking some retaliation if you ever show up here at Valaki again. Granted, like their relationship is very strained, but still his son.
If he runs away on his own and just happens to be in the care of some strong adventurers on his journeys, who's to say that had anything to do with us?
He might believe that you stole him and you are working for Strahd.
We're working directly against Strahd. I hear what you're saying, but this kid, all he's going to do is just keep casually murdering people in this thing, wasting his talents. We can put that murder to good use and potentially make the whole community better. He's not going to stop trying. We all know that.
He kind of just stands there, unknowing what to say, really. But you kind of see some conflict in her.
And we're not going to make him do anything he doesn't want to do. If he doesn't want to go, he doesn't want to go. You know, no one's putting a bullet to anyone's head, but
That's
he clearly
that's a
not
good
be
point.
here.
Victor, would you like to come with us at all?
Where are you going?
To save Barovia. Whether that means killing Strahd or getting Strahd and Barovia to sort of hold hands, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Is it going to be dangerous?
Yes,
Very.
very, and magical.
Extremely. I pull out the spell book.
I mean, yeah, I know a couple spells, but I don't think I'm good enough to like fight.
I pull out a new spell book. Like, there's more spells in it. The more spells you know.
Yeah, but I still have to learn them. I mean, it took me like months just to learn the spells that I know.
And think what you can do with a little help from some magical people.
And
You
so
saw me.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get out of here, but I also want to stay alive.
I'm just gonna lean over to Falco and be like, I told you, rich kids.
All the talent in the world, but doesn't want to get his hands dirty. All right. I guess stay here with your dad, and I hope that works out.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
All right, Victor. No more killing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, my book anyways.
Okay.
One more question about the cats.
Yeah.
If you made another animal, would it be beholden to us, or is it you because you cast the spell?
I think it has to be beholden to whoever casts it. So if I cast it, it would be under my control.
Can I cast it?
I don't know. Can you cast a spell?
Um,
Can I look
Yeah.
at his? Did he use Raise Dead straight up?
No, he didn't use Raise Dead. He used what is it? Animate something like that. Animate Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a spell I can use.
I can cast one spell.
Can you?
I mean, it's not really a spell. It's like a monk feature, the Sunbolt.
Mm.
But I'm lying to the kid.
That's not like a magic spell. That's kind of like an innate talent.
Oh yeah, I'm knowingly lying to the kid.
It starts glowing.
Well, I mean, you can try. It's in the book. I mean, if you can decipher the spell, then you can try casting it.
Maybe another time. I don't feel like reading.
All right, Baroness and Victor. It was a pleasure. Thank you for the dress. I think we can see our way out, you guys.
Mind to mind, I communicate with Victor before we leave. I'm not giving up on you yet. If you don't feel ready, you don't feel ready. But hopefully this will help. And I kind of like, shake the book a little bit to, the new spell book. And I'm going to try to like leave it somewhere that's like obvious enough for him to find it, but like hidden enough to, not be like instantly seized by his parents.
Okay. I can say like, yeah, it like you guys kind of are starting to funnel out the room. Um, and you make like eye contact with them outside like the doorway, and you like take the book and you like there's like a small little like um shelving area that has like some kind of like random books, and you just kind of tuck it in there that kind of like disguise it, and he sees it and he kind of gives a nod.
I mentally say, call it an investment in future relationships.
Okay. So you left him the spell book from the death house, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you left him with a bunch of attack spells this time.
Yeah.
And it's either really good or
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Again, I'm pretty confident we can murder this kid. So, like, down to it, whatever. But, you know, it might be a weed and it might be a fruit. We don't know until it starts growing. Damn, these things are coming today. I'm telling you.
We couldn't kill a door.
You could just be cool and just let them be cool, but no, you gotta talk
Nah.
about your cool little expressions.
Yeah.
That's your credit, yeah.
Gotta take credit.
All right, so are we planning on staying for a few days to check out this Festival of the Sun? Or are we just headed straight back to Kresk?
There's a couple things I wanted to do in town before we leave, but then yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Anna's gonna object, but we got a few days right before we have to leave.
Yeah, I need at least tomorrow evening to pick up my item, but
I understand she wants to see her dead son as soon as possible. However, we have errands.
I made record time. Like, this is we had a week. We did it in a couple hours. I mean,
That's very good. We kind of killed this side quest.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be understanding. As we're walking past the big wicker fireball, can I sort of grab a bundle of twigs and be like, "I'll catch up, guys," and I want to act like I'm helping them build the wicker effigy, and I want to put in 2 eyes and 7 stars, just amongst the twigs, with twigs. That's the symbol of Saloon.
Okay, so you're just gonna put like some small effigy inside of it.
Yep.
Okay, like, are you making these out of wood, or are you just like, do you happen to have like these things on you?
As they're sort of working on the wicker thing, I want to grab some of the wicker and also act like I'm helping, but make it in the symbol of Saloon.
Okay, so you're just gonna like wicker a symbol into the side of this sun.
Exactly.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Oh, all right. I'll cast guidance on myself. Come on. I cannot roll above a 10. I fucking hate you, Karabar. And a 1. Cool, great. Okay. That's a 9.
You go and you start helping, and like the other people that are helping with this too are like kind of like looking at you like a little surprised, but welcome to help. But as you start like deviating and start like putting in these unique designs into this thing, one of the guys that are like overseeing this, like, hey, what are you doing?
Just adding wicker. Just adding a little bit of flair. A little bit of pizzazz to your beautiful wicker thing.
It's not part of the design. You fix it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, sorry about that. And I'm not gonna try to cause any problems. I just walk away.
You just walk away.
Yeah.
You don't even attempt to fix it.
Yeah, I go sure. Yeah, and I just walk away.
Hey, where you going?
I'm going to get more wicker to fix it. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
And then I run. And catch up with the group.
All right.
So yeah, Anna, you wanna stick around for this festival, or
Well, I mean, it's not particularly. It's not really interesting. I'd rather get this gown to the abbot as quick as possible.
Understood. You remember when we first got here and we said we had no more than 7 days and we're going to try to get it done in 5?
Yeah.
Well, we're done now. And frankly, I have a couple things that I need to do in the city that have to at least tomorrow afternoon, maybe tomorrow night, and we're not trying to leave at night. So regardless, we're probably going to have to leave on day what 2 at that point. And when is the festival? In 2 days.
Yeah, it's gonna be like in 2 days.
Yeah, so you know, this was what comes with the commission. You gotta walk with your protectors. We got our own things going on too, but we'll get you back in time.
We could spend like an hour or two at the festival before we head back to Kresk.
Yeah.
Well, I assume that the festival is a nighttime festival, especially if they're gonna have some sort of burning effigy.
I don't even have to try to play a dumb character.
So, I mean, that would just add an extra day to our journey. Could we, like, some of you escort me back and some of you stay?
Split the party, she says.
We don't have to stay for the festival. At the very least, we should allow Falco to get his materials, and I'm also gonna check with the jeweler to see if they have diamonds that I can totally afford, and then we can just head back.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, tomorrow morning slash afternoon, I was thinking maybe we can go resource hunting, try to get some of those materials so I can start making some healing potions.
Maybe stop by the witch.
How far away is that? I feel like that's a trek.
The witch, that was like maybe like a half day's in the opposite direction.
If you do that tomorrow.
So
Stop by the witch, back, pick up Falco's stuff, and then head out to Kresk in the morning. You guys have been saying we could stop by that witch for like 2 weeks now.
Would eventually.
I've been waiting so long to get more pies.
Pies.
Not anywhere near as delicious.
That's not like I feel like that's not our problem.
None of those other pies have made me feel truly euphoric like the witch's pies have.
I feel like maybe that's a you problem. You need to take for introspection.
yeah,
That I want pies.
Why are you dissatisfied with pies?
It's hard to explain if you haven't tried it.
It's
You
true.
would probably just would not eat one, but trust me, you should.
Those pies are delicious.
hard to understand why you're doing what you're doing.
They're more than delicious. They make you feel. Is drugs a part of thing? Is drugs a thing in this world?
I mean,
Apart from like alcohol.
there's things like alcohol, but as far as like hard drugs, like an analog for like cocaine and heroin or anything else like that, I'm sure there is.
Opium.
Yeah, I mean, like classic kind of like old school like natural drugs like opium and stuff like that. But you've like heard of them, but I'm assuming your character's never tried any, so you wouldn't really able to compare 1-to-1.
Yeah, as a guy who's proficient in herbalist stuff kits, I imagine I'm pretty familiar with like what drug.
Like material, like as far as like on a chemical standpoint, you would know like the plants and the effects and stuff like that of highly processed things like that.
Leek, right now what you're doing is chasing the dragon. What we're trying to get to happen.
I'm sure one more pie and catch it.
This is becoming a dare ad.
Yeah.
It's euphoria.
Become tyrant. Like, you got more of those pies?
Yeah.
Hey, look, we have the opportunity, we have the means. You guys have been saying we can do it for a while. Tomorrow's the day.
How about this? When she turns out to be evil and we have to murder her, you go along with this option. Because she will be evil, and when we have to murder her, it's going to be my fault because I had to kill this evil old lady.
I'm
We-
so sure she's not evil, I'll agree to it. It's just a nice little old lady selling pies out of her hut.
Yeah, you assume she's evil because of the way that she looks. That's not good.
I
They're good pies.
I looked into her soul, and I saw nothing but corruption. But, as long as we have an agreement, we can zone of truth her and go from there.
Well,
Okay, but I'm buying the pies before you tell the truther.
I'm going to head to the jeweler.
Okay.
Just turn around.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to pop by and
Well,
see if they
as
have
far
diamonds.
as like the current state of things, Anna will agree to at least stay like the night here, just because it's getting a little late in the day, and it'll be too dark to hit Kresk, then. But she's probably gonna want to renegotiate in the morning and stuff like that to see what's what.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
But
Uh,
anyways, Karabar, you go ahead and you split from the party and head towards the jewelers. What is everybody else doing?
I'll go with him to the jeweler.
I guess back to the inn. Meet up with Esmeralda, get a room for the night.
Yeah.
All right. So, Karabar and Falco, you guys make it back to the jeweler. You guys enter into the building. You don't see anyone right away, but you do hear someone like working in the back a little bit. But you hear the work stop, and then you see a figure come out and say, "Oh, welcome back. I did not expect to see you again today."
Uh, you go first. You go first. I'll
Yeah. Hello. My name is Karabar Salvati. Uh,
Oh.
I'm pleased to meet you. I am looking for. You're a jeweler, correct? So I'm looking for a diamond. Do you have diamonds?
Oh, well, our selection of gemstones is very, very small. I might have some small diamonds. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Okay. Let me tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for diamonds. So it doesn't have to be an individual. It can be several diamonds. Worth about 300 gold.
300 golds worth. Oh, let me see what I have. And he
Thank you.
kind of like heads back.
Whenever he's back there,
And
I want to turn to Falco. Falco, do you have any money?
I did. I'm spending a lot of it on this item that I'm commissioned. Let me see how much I got. I have. I have less than 100.
Ah, well, maybe the rest of the gang has some money that they'd be willing to. It's for your guys' benefits. I'm going to use it for my spell that can bring you back from the dead.
Okay, that sounds pretty. Yeah, we had yeah, as you know, we had somebody die before you showed up. So
I
that,
heard. Well,
a moment later, the guy comes out and he says, this is all I have at the moment." And he lays out like this black felt thing, and it's just there's a very tiny pile of super tiny diamonds, like enough to like maybe inset on like maybe a single ring, like multiples on a single ring, or maybe make like a couple like really tiny basic rings. Um, and it's like this would probably be only about 100 golds worth of diamonds.
oh, 100 gold. I feign looking through my gold pouch, and I sort of look over to Falco.
uh, Yeah, I mean, probably shouldn't spend so much money on pies.
Uh,
I have spent hundreds on pies compared to
And it's all gone.
I might run into that fisherman.
Maybe.
You know, say someone definitely killed him for that money.
well,
Gold. It's just like stop.
I don't have the funds immediately. Is there sort of a pay program that you have that I could get involved with?
Layaway.
Yeah. Yeah.
He kind of like looks at you and slides the diamonds back towards him and gathers it. He's like, "No, we don't have anything like that here."
Okay, well, if you could do your best to look out and get more diamonds together, I'll be back eventually with 300 gold looking to make that purchase. So it was nice to meet you, and have a good day. All right, Falco.
Indeed.
Later. And I'll just leave.
And I look at him like, fucking weirdo, right? But anyway, so obviously you're working on my commission, and I really appreciate that. Do you have
Yes, it's going quite nicely.
a tighter time frame on when you're going to be finished? Not to rush you, but you know, time. My time has gotten more urgent recently.
Oh, well, I'm going as quickly as I can. It is a very delicate
Of course.
thing, especially of its size. But I will try to get it done as quickly as I can.
Yes,
But I
I
can
don't.
probably, if you don't mind me rushing, maybe leaving some details out, I could probably put a rush on it for an extra stipend.
A rush would put us at what time?
Let's see. If I close early, work through it for most of the night, I could probably have it to you late morning, early afternoon.
And when you say leave things out, what are we talking? Well,
If you, it should still function for what you need it to use it for. It just won't be as intricate.
I think I'm more of a form versus function kind of person. So, what's the extra stipend?
Probably be an extra 75 gold.
Nah, just do what you're already doing. I
Very
can
well.
I can wait for the quality, but thank you very much for even considering my offer.
I can see if, considering if you don't need as much detail, I can leave it out at the original rate and still have it done somewhat sooner. Probably it'd be more like early afternoon.
That's perfect. Thank you so
Okay.
much. And I put 3 gold on the counter just as like a tip.
And he takes it.
Thank you very much. And I'll leave you to your work. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right. That's all I had to do. I'm heading to
Got
the
it. All right. So it is getting later in the day. Sunset is just about happening. Is there any last minute things you guys want to do in town before you guys call a long rest?
I'll spend the rest of the evening on the corner with my alms box,
Okay.
offering blessings in exchange for change.
Go ahead and give me a the fuck is that skill called?
Performance?
Yeah, performance. There you go.
Okay, I'll cast guidance on myself. Come on, the one good roll of the day, give it to me. Yay. 5 plus 3. Yay. 8.
8. Yeah, as it gets later and stuff like that, there are less people out on the streets, not as many things. However, as you're doing your begging and stuff like that, um, a familiar face does pass you and recognizes you. It is Arena.
Oh, Irina! Oh, I was actually planning on going to speak to you tomorrow. How are you? How are you doing?
Uh, well, it's funny that I ran into you. Um, I was actually wondering when the next time I was going to run into your group. There's. I do wish to speak to you privately.
Sure, of course, yeah. Wherever you want to go, alleyway. I have a room that I'm going to. Someone's going to pay for me. At the end. Hopefully.
He's like, let's just walk and talk.
Sure, yeah. I'll go along with her.
So, you guys kind of like walk down like a less kind of like not like along the main pathway, but kind of like off the path, and it's less populated and stuff like that. It says, I've been having these dreams lately, and I feel like I need to go somewhere.
Where?
Not sure quite. I have these images of a pond with it's in an area that's cold, a little snowy. There's like a ruined, like barely standing structure, like a gazebo of some type. There's a statue of a man with arms outstretched. I hear a name calling me there.
Hmm. Is there a place in Barovia with snow?
You know that the last place that you've been to that showed snow was in Kresk.
Kresk has snow. Well, we're heading to Kresk here soon. If you wanted to come with us, we have a little traveling party that we're going to Kresk. There's snow there. It might be just the place you're looking for.
Um, yes. I would like that very much.
Great. Just forewarned, in Kresk, there's this weird corpse thing that looks just like you. I almost fought an extremely powerful person in your honor. So just in case we run into it, don't be too freaked out.
Okay. She kind
Uh,
of gives you like an odd look.
right. Yeah. Where are you staying?
I'm still staying at the temple here. Um,
Is it free?
yes, it's not very comfortable per se, but um,
I'm not looking for comfort. I also am looking for a place to stay. That it's expensive staying at inns every night, and my pocketbook is getting a little tight. So I'm looking for a cheaper place to stay.
well, there's not any rooms available at the temple, but I'm sure that you can stay inside the temple as long as you need. Maybe lay on one of the pews.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Well, yeah, good. Whenever we wake up in the morning, I'll take you to the guys, and we can talk about our arrangement and see when exactly we're gonna leave.
Very well. I'll have my things gathered.
Cool, and I'll join her on the way back to the temple.
Okay. And so we'll kind of call it there, as it's a good stopping point
Yep,
and kind of ties
Yeah.
up nicely.
for sure.
Um, thank you everybody for joining us this night. Um, be sure to come back this weekend as we go into our weekend streams with our current series of Monster Hunter Rise.
Woo woo!
Um, as we go and fight some more monsters, trying to get to Hunter rank 8. And as always, go ahead and give us a follow here on our live streams. Definitely helps us out. Make sure makes us know that we're doing things right, and also notifies you whenever we're streaming. And then also, definitely, if you want to catch up on our previous D&D content, if you're watching this for the first time, definitely check out our YouTube channel. All of our stuff from, I want to say seasons, episodes 1 through now will be uploaded there, and they're always uploaded every Monday at, 3?
Ish.
Okay, we'll just say Mondays. And so, yeah.
This
Once again, thank you for watching. Have a nice night.